Welcome to Monday's edition of TVC Breakfast. Table is really hard today. My name is Itoma Edu.
It's a beautiful Monday morning, no Monday blues. I'm Ibrahim Shita, ready to give you all the information that you all deserve to hear this Monday morning.
Exactly. Good morning, Nigeria. What a beautiful Monday morning. And we're here to serve you everything that has been trending. And we bring you the stories right here on this table. The name is Ria Abdul.
Absolutely. It's a fresh new week. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. This is TVC Breakfast. My name is Nelson Etta. I'd like to say good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's good to be here today.
It's just Ria.
No, she's very well protected, you know.
Yeah,
Right,
very well
absolutely.
protected. I love
Left
it.
and right.
Like my big brothers. I love it.
Big brothers.
Blessed is she amongst men.
Exactly.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, and that sets the tone for today's programming, where we'll be talking about issues, especially the 2027 general election, which is being sought after by politicians. We'll look at the endorsements when we go to Abuja, looking at the endorsement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by some of the Delta APC. Some are saying that it's too early, others are saying that they agree or disagree one way or the other. And then afterwards, we'll also be doing trending now with Olamide Odekunle, who will be bringing us what is trending at the moment. But let's start off with the story. Nigeria's sustained war against illicit drugs recorded success with the arrest of the founder and general overseer of the Turn of Mercy Church, Prophet Adefolusho Anu, for masterminding multiple shipments of illicit drugs into Nigeria by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. There is more in this report.
Prophet Adefolusho was arrested at his church location in Okun-Aja, Ogombo Road in the Lekki area of Lagos State last Sunday by NDLEA officers who waited for him to conclude the worship service before his arrest. He had fled to Ghana to hide since June, when the operatives started trailing him following the seizure of 2 shipments of Ghana Loud, a strain of cannabis linked to him. The first seizure of 200 kilograms of the psychoactive substance was made at Okwaja Beach on the 3rd of June, while another consignment of 700 kilograms of the same substance was recovered from his delivery van on the 6th of July. In his statement, Prophet Adefolusho admitted ferrying the illicit consignments through the waterways from Ghana into Nigeria, adding that he had fled to the West African country to hide after he escaped arrest twice in the recent past. In another operation in Lagos State on the 7th of August, NDLEA operatives raided an apartment in Parkview Estate, Ikoyi, where they arrested a suspect and recovered 32 pouches of Canada Loud, a strain of cannabis with a weight of 15.6 kilograms. Similar arrests were made in Nasarawa, Kano, and Edo states by the operatives. In a statement signed by Femi Babafemi, the Director of Media and Advocacy, NDLEA Headquarters, Abuja, the Chairman Chief Executive Officer of the NDLEA, Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Marwa, retired, enjoined NDLEA operatives across the country to continue with the ongoing balanced approach to the control of illicit drug trade in Nigeria.
Quite interesting development there with the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency always making arrests and giving us a dose every weekend, especially when it comes to arresting people who are pushing and peddling drugs from different countries, moving from Nigeria to other countries and also other countries down to Nigeria. This time around, as a pastor who's been sought after for a long time, he ran away and then he came back, was now picked up from his church where so many things, and this is quite interesting development at Toma. I do not know. One thing is we often sit down here to talk about drug peddling, drug pushing, trafficking, and different form of criminalities which people involve themselves in. But this time around is a pastor, or let me just say a supposed pastor, because if he's a true pastor, he shouldn't be found wanting.
Well, he's a clergyman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see, it's easy to use pastor as a facade for
exactly.
whatever you want to do, because I can leave this place today and start addressing myself as pastor. And if I push it hard enough...
Matter of fact, you're a pastor.
No, he's not.
No, I'm not a pastor.
I'm
I'm not a pastor. Yeah. And if you push hard enough, people now believe you, you know, and they start calling you pastor. And they do a lot of heinous things, you know, with that person. That gentleman definitely is not a pastor. I was just saying earlier on before we came on air that I wish they had stringent measures that these people have to go through before they put that title in front of their names as a pastor this, pastor that. That guy is a criminal, finish. Is a drug peddler, finish. The guy is involved in illicit business. That's it. Let me use this opportunity to thank NDLEA for the wonderful job they are doing so far. And you know what I like about NDLEA is that they keep breaking grounds and they don't make that much noise.
No, but it's just only recently, as I said, that you know every weekend we always get to they keep us abreast of what arrests they've made and you know things they've confiscated. But what does this story say to you, Ria?
For me, it's in the Bible. It says, "Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm." But for this particular pastor, I will speak because it's
because
true.
he's not anointed.
Maybe the anointing actually dissolved.
No.
Probably.
He called himself. God didn't call him. And it's just sad when I see that pastors, you're supposed to be a beacon of hope to young people.
That's right.
And now we find out that look at what you've been doing. And guess what? This man, he's resisted arrest twice. So this is not the first time he's been doing it. Now they say that a good name is better than riches. This is where it shows. Because right now you've tarnished your image. You will not just receive punishment, but you'll receive punishment from God. Because another thing that God hates is to lie on his name. So you stand on the pulpit every day, you are lying, deceiving people when you know that you're a criminal. I must give it to the NDLA. This is a fantastic one that you're doing. I love the fact that they don't care who you are, be it a pastor, whatever you're doing that is wrong, you will be put to book. And I really pray that this man is not released anytime soon because you can see that he's truly a criminal. And I'm passionate about this because when you call the name of God, there's some sort of respect people give you. There's some sort of expectations. I do not expect to see
he's actually still a suspect because he's not been tried.
What, twice?
He's been arrested. He's not been tried. You know, so he's still a suspect.
I stand on what I'm saying. Even as a pastor, you shouldn't be linked to this kind of things.
Right.
If your name is clean, they would not link you to such things.
Right.
And I love the fact with what NDLA is doing because also we see something in Parkview as well. We need to understand that drugs is not a good thing. When you have a family member or you know somebody that has taken drugs and you see people that are peddling this, you get very pissed off because it's not necessary. You are destroying lives of people.
That's right.
Nelson, one thing is, it is not only this man that has been arrested. We've seen a whole lot of people that have been arrested, even youth, even grandmothers, grandfathers, people who are supposed to, sit in one corner of the room, ruminating as to how they've spent their lives and thinking of how to meet their creator. But no, they were always this personal aggrandizement for affluence.
And according to the latest report from the NDLEA, Babafemi, or Babafemi rather, there are a lot of names that was listed as persons who were arrested alongside this pastor. As the case may be now. And really, before you become a pastor, in a sane environment, church I mean now, there are a lot of stringent measures you go through to become one. But there are some people who come through the back door to become one. So let's not even talk about that. I did a special report on drug peddling in the country some time ago. I went somewhere, I'm not going to mention the name, in Lagos here, and I saw firsthand how drug moves from the sellers to the buyers and the discrete nature.
The next source of activity.
Exactly, that covers and enshrouds that activity. In fact, I had to come in a way that you couldn't tell I was a journalist. That was some sort of an investigative work I did, and I understood exactly what happens. And so for this to keep happening in this country, where the lives of especially young persons are endangered who enjoy the numerity of the names, because sometimes when I hear those names, it really aches my ears when I hear those names.
Absolutely.
But this is still happening.
That's right.
Kudos to the NDLEA. We want to see more and possibly put an end to this.
It's actually very worrisome, especially when we find our youth doing this. But all the same, we'll say kudos to the NDLEA, as we all have, we are acknowledging what you're doing. And what can only say we wish you Godspeed. All right, just stay with us here on TVC Breakfast. We'll take a breather and return for the newspaper review. Just stay with us.